Time now for the PL morning news on this Wednesday morning, October 7th, 2015. Good morning to you all here on this lovely Wednesday morning, the 7th of October 2015. Here and I, your news and I, 0 to top story at 8:10 on this Wednesday morning is Doctors Without Borders appealed Wednesday for an independent fact-finding commission to investigate the Delhi U.S. bombing of its hospital in northern Afghanistan for possible charges. Tomas Lindahl, Paul L. Mordrich, and Asa Senka were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry on Wednesday for having mapped and explained how the cell represents DNA and safeguards its genetic information. Washington. Russia and the Belarusian regime launched coordinated attacks on Islamic factions in numerous towns in Hama and 11 provinces in western Syria on Wednesday, with Syrian shell being conducted at apparent concern. Donald Trump leads to the 16th GOP field in Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, but trails in general poll. Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson said that he would sacrifice his life if he were face-to-face with a gunman but he'd rather see a body with bullet holes before stricter gun control measures.
An inmate waits for the bars at the door of a minimum security facility in Texas to be opened as thousands of drug inmates are approved for early prison release.
Today, mega-rich Ninblock Sepp is charged with conspiracy to rob a UN official with more than $500,000, but in the 90s, he used approximately over $1 million of DNC in the Clinton campaign and visited White House 10 times. European Union naval operators are beginning seizing boats suspected being used to smuggle migrants across the Mediterranean on Wednesday. Manchester, England, David Cameron has no one else to blame, having announced that he will not run for another term as Britain's Prime Minister, even before he's led his Conservatives to that survives the majority of the general election in May. Tokyo, Japanese President Minister Shinzo Abe has reshuffled his cabinet to focus on revival. Real number 3 economy, a newly appointed minister that will steer programs aimed at achieving a strong economy and an increased birth rate to the population. Along South Carolina's coast, residents will prepare for a second round of flooding as rivers swell from days of devastating rains make their way toward the Atlantic. All 40 days in Columbia, South Carolina, are ordered people to live in near a compromised dam in the Columbia area to evacuate immediately. The crime itself lasted only a matter of seconds, but the pain and consequences stretched out for more than 17 years. On September 17, 1998, Juan Martin Garcia fatally shot Hugo Slaughter during a robbery of $8 with his last words to kill upon his victim's widow. Flames shoot front of the roof of the shrine in the Crest of the King in the Woodlawn neighborhood near Chicago. Anheuser-Busch InBev NV made a third offer for SAB Miller PLC, this time going to public with a £65.2 billion, $99.7 billion American money proposal that probably went support from its biggest shareholder, but not from the target. U.S. stock index futures rose on Wednesday as crude oil prices increased for the fourth day in a row, with Brent crude trending its highest level in more than a month. American Apparel employs about 4,600 store and manufacturing workers in the Southland. In Los Angeles, where apparel wages are relatively high, as American Apparel employs German industrial production unexpectedly declined in August, signaling that Europe's largest economy is vulnerable to risks, including weaker growth in emerging markets. Here, looking at stock market report of the Dow will start today up 13.76 points at 16,790.19. S&P 500 up down 7.13 at 1979.92, and Nasdaq 32.9 points down at 4,748.36. Now, newly discovered human ancestor Homo naledi may be in the jack ball trade, uniquely adapted for both tree climbing and walking upright, while also being handy with tools new research has found. Groton, Connecticut, and NASA contemplates a manned voyage to the Mars and NFX missions deeper into the space could have an astronaut that stop research from another outfit with experience sending people to the deep. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service on Monday announced that the southern desert tortoise no longer faces risk of extinction out in the next. A team from Israel called Space IL has signed a contract to launch its lunar lander toward the moon above us. SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket in the second half of 2017. A new study from researchers at Indiana University has shown that sexually active women have a much higher chance of getting pregnant than those who remain abstinent. People hoping to twin their waistline may start by sleeping early at night. The new study found that there is a link between weight gain and late bedtimes. University of Virginia Children's Hospital researchers developed a diagnostic test that evaluates a teenager's risk for heart disease based on metabolic severity score. Mental health has become a critical issue at college campuses here at Boston University. Behavioral medical clinics report that the number of students and graduates coming for help has more than doubled from 2010-2011 academic year to 647 last year. Peter Jones, 8-16 here, 10.5 for Sports Report here. The Houston Astros are moving on the ALDS after defeating the New York Yankees 3-0 in the AL wildcard game. The Astros will take on the Kansas City Royals. While today, the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates will square up in the National League Champion wildcard game for the right to meet the St. Louis Cardinals here. New York Yankees still have not led playoff games since Derek Jeter got hurt in South Korea. Adams got his 7 President's Cup logos on his back to show how many teams he has made, except for one time. Those cups are empty. Novak Djokovic improved his record at the China Open to 25-0 by beating Simone Bolelli 6-1, 6-1 in the first round of the Beijing. Rafael Nadal also advanced to the second round by beating the wildcard entry Woody by 6-4, 6-4. Local favorite Kei Nishikori advanced to the quarterfinals of the Japan Open with a 7-6, 6-3 victory over the South Korean Wednesday. Pierre Jones, 8-17 here, 10.5 for 8. Trevor Report here on this Wednesday morning. Looking at around here, we're 130 on the westbound side of Newport Bridge just sold. Route 4 on the southbound side, so after Route 102 in Kingstown here. 295 on the southbound side, it is from Route 6 in Johnson. 295 on the northbound side, it is so from Route 37 in Cranston to Johnson due to an accident here on 295 on the northbound side before Route 12 in Cranston, so expect delays here. Route 37 on the westbound side is sold from Warwick to Cranston here. 95 on the northbound side is sold from Route 37 in the airport connected Warwick all the way at the downtown Providence on Route 195. 195 on the westbound side is sold from Seacon all the way at the downtown Providence here. 146 on the southbound side is sold from Lincoln all the way at the downtown Providence here. 95 on the southbound side, so protected all the way at the downtown Providence here. 146 on both ends is sold before Route 99 in Lincoln, North Smithfield area here. 99 on the northbound side, so from 126 in Lincoln to Route 122 in Woonsocket here. 195 on the eastbound side, it is sold from 103 in Somerset to the Bragg Bridge in Fall River here. Route 79 on the southbound side, sold before 195 in Fall River here. 148 on the northbound side, sold before Route 24 in Taunton near Silver City Gallery Mall here. 24 on the northbound side, sold from 140 in Taunton to the Route 44 in Raynham here. 95 on the southbound side, sold before Route 295 in North Attleboro. 95 on the northbound side, it is sold from 495 in Mansfield, Route 140 doing an accident on 95 in northbound around Route 140 in Mansfield, so expect delays here. 495 on the northbound side, it's sold from Franklin to Milford doing an accident on 495 in the northbound around Route 85 in Milford, so expect delays here. 95 on the northbound side, so for Route 1 in Sharon all the way out to Route 128 in Canton here. 24 on the northbound side is sold from Harrison Boulevard in Avon to Route 128 in Canton here. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Derby Street in Hingham to the Braintree split here. On the ramp to Mass Pike Westman 495, an accident here, so expect some delays here. 120 on the southbound side is sold from 95 in Canton to the Braintree split here. Southeast Expression on both ends did it sold from the Braintree split all the way at the Mass Pike here. Timberhill Tunnel on the northbound side, so around South Station. Timberhill Tunnel on both ends are looking good except for a slow spot in South Station here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, it is sold from Framingham on Route 9 in Framingham all the way out to the Prute Tunnel here, doing an accident on the Mass Pike on the eastbound side after Route 9 in Framingham here. And we got another accident on the Mass Pike before Route 128 in Weston here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it is sold from the Newton corner here. Mass Pike on the westbound side is sold from Logan Airport all the way out to Austin Bratton Tolls here. 128 on the northbound side, it is sold from Denham all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham here. Due to an accident on Route 120 on the northbound side after Route 135 in Needham, so expect delays here. 128 on the southbound side, sold from Redden all the way out to Waltham. 120 on the northbound side, from Lexington all the way out to Route 3. 93 on the southbound side, it is sold around Route 125 in North Eindhoven and Hintbrooks again from Redden all the way out to the Zaken Bridge. Route 1 on the southbound side is so from Route 16 in Revere all the way out to the Zaken Bridge here. Southern Tunnel, it is slow. Cloud Tunnel's looking good here. 290 in the eastbound side, so from Auburn to Route 9 in Worcester here. 290 in the eastbound side. We've got an accident before. 495 in Marlborough, so expect delays here. 495 on the southbound side, it is so from Lawrence all the way out to Chelmsford here. And we got some accidents on 495 on the southbound side. Route 119 in Littleton, so expect delays from 495 before. Route 2 in Littleton here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, so from Harvard all the way to Littleton. 495 on the northbound side is so from Route 2 in Littleton all the way out to Westbury here. 495 on the southbound side, so from Lawrence all the way out to Chelmsford here. Route 3 to the southbound side, so from Route 40 in Chelmsford all the way out to Billwick here. Up in New Hampshire, every trip packet slow around Route 38 bareback. 93 to the southbound side, so in during New Hampshire here. 101 in the eastbound side, so before Route 95 in Hampton, New Hampshire here. And the spotted trip packet slow from Route 4 Durham to Newington here. And on the main trip packet looking good from York to Gunner via Portland here. Okay, look at MBTA alerts here. Rail line express and minor northbound delays were near earlier. Disabled train at Ashmont Station. Commuter rail. Commuter rail, Haverhill line, train 210, 9:05 a.m. from Haverhill, delayed weekdays 10-20 minutes at Andover Valley for Friday, October 23rd. Ferries all looking good here. Pierre Channel News on May 22, time and a half weather report here. The latest on Walking here. Walking slowly weakening as it moves swiftly east-northeastward here. The no coast waters effect at 5 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. The center of Hurricane Joaquin is located to latitude 48 after the north, latitude 49 forward to the west here. Joaquin is moving toward the east-northeast near 32 miles an hour. And this motion is expected to continue on Friday. And Massachusetts State winds have decreased to 75 miles an hour with higher gusts. And this should weaken this forecast during the next 40 hours. As Joaquin is expected to lose tropical characteristics by tomorrow evening and is expected a large extratropical cyclone by Thursday. As hurricane force winds extend outwards up to 60 miles an hour from the center and tropical force winds extend outwards up to 2 to 75 miles. That's been a bit of central pressure. 9 millimeters, 28.85 inches here. Swift swells generally by Joaquin will continue to affect Bermuda and Atlantic Canada during the next day. So swells are affected much of the east to the coast of the United States. Now mostly associated with a non-tropical or low pressure over the Western Atlantic, and those swells are expected to continue for the next day or two. Life-threatening surf and rip current conditions are likely to associate with those swells. Please consult products from your local weather office here. And now your 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, sunny skies are about 73 degrees. Cloud wind becoming north around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, most coast skies about 47 degrees. A lot of variable wind becoming northwest around 5 to 7 miles by the evening here. Thursday, sunny skies about 62 degrees. North about 5 to 7 miles becoming in the afternoon here. Thursday, punch back after 2 a.m. Otherwise, podcast skies about 45 degrees. And southeast about 6 miles coming after midnight here. Friday, chance of showers may after 10 a.m. Punch back before 7 a.m. Otherwise, most skies high about 67 degrees. South about 8 to 60 miles on chest space is 40%. Friday night, showers like May before midnight. Most skies about 47 degrees and chest space is 70%. Saturday, parts of the podcast sky about 37 to about 49 degrees. Sunday, most of the Sunday, most coast skies. Sunday, high about 61 about 44 degrees. Columbus Day, sunny podcast sky about 60 to about 51 degrees. And for Tuesday, most of the sun sky about 70 degrees here. Right now, our current conditions here in Norton, 46 degrees of fresh skies, humidity 93%. That is going to be it for the Peter Chell Morning News here on this Wednesday morning, October 7th, 2015. Please have a good morning and a good positive attitude here.